Good day, Ma'am. I'm Leah Jane Binoblesa, and today I'm happy and grateful that me and my groupmates have interviewed a very wonderful chemist. Our interview with Ma'am Charmidin Armada Alquizar, a chemist supervisor of Dole Field Laboratory, is a big opportunity and a privilege for us. Now, let me present to you the result of our interview.
I worked as a supervisor at Dole Field Laboratory or Dole Philippines Incorporated located here at Palomolok, South Cotabato. So as a chemist, we are responsible in conducting analysis for the different test parameters for the newly developed products and who also provides enough data for the improvement of the process or the operating processes of some mechanical, industrial, and chemical engineers. And also as a chemist, we ensure that the test results given are not biased and done properly and with credibility. So what I love about being a chemist is that we learn new things, and even though we have a routine type of work, each analysis we conducted have a different reaction, and with that, we have learned new discoveries about the chemical reaction during our experiments, and it's amazing or it's amusing for us. And what I like about being a chemist is that we look like a real scientist because we wore a lab gowns, gloves, mask, or even goggles sometimes if the chemicals are very have toxic fumes. And what I love about being a chemist is that we have a hazard pay, so thanks for the comment. So as a chemist, there were no perfect type of work. So there are some challenges I have encountered during our laboratory experiments, which is as a chemist, there are chemical solutions or reagents we handled are sometimes toxic and it can be dangerous to our health. Also, if we have an unknown type of samples and we were not able to know the content of the initial materials or the materials, it may react to other acids or other organic solvents, and it may cause for an explosion. So it's very challenging and it's risky for us as a chemist. So for the next decade, I think this kind of job will be in demand. Um, when you foresee or when you perceive our future, there are more buildings or industries will be built in the country, thus more chemists will be needed uh, because laboratory is the heart of the industries. Without laboratory or without the chemists, they could not produce quality and good products. So there were improved products. There will be more improved products will be discovered. Thus, chemists will be more essential. Oh, salary range. If you will be working in a government as a chemist 1 to chemist 3 position, it would range, I think, to 30,000 to 70,000, I think. But if you are working in a private sector or private industries as a supervisor, superintendent, or a manager, I think it would range from 25,000 to 70,000 also. But but the salaries in the private sector will be improved, which is based on the years you have stayed in the company. So they will give you more benefits. So it would, I think it will range, the salary will range up to 100,000. I am working at Dole Philippines Incorporated, located at Polomolok, South Cotabato. Dole is a food manufacturing industry that produces several products such as canned juices, canned fruits, such as fruit cocktails. Also, they produce fresh fruits, bananas, and pineapples, which were also exported from Asia to Europe. So, Dole was also developing new products to reduce their waste and to save our Mother Earth. In our company, I think we were on 3,000 to 5,000 employees. I choose to work in Dole field because they have a lot of high technology equipment for analyzing samples, that even the smallest compound containing in a sample, we can determine it using that high technology equipment. And there's a lot of opportunity waiting for us, such as technical trainings outside the country, and also they nurture and they mold every one of us to be a leader in our organization. I choose to be a chemist because learning is constant in this kind of profession, and you could learn things even though you make mistakes. Even in the failures in experiments, you could learn new things. It would be a success failure. And then career-wise, I also knew that if I can be a chemist, I could work anywhere in the Philippines or outside the country. I think my advice is that choose the field where you can enjoy most, where you can excel and grow as a human being. If you love music, go for arts. If you love mathematics, go for sciences and engineering. Just enjoy everything and don't be stressed out. And to those who wanted to be a chemist, just be an open-minded. Always stick to the basic principles and always be motivated. Always take failure as a challenge, and because as a scientist, you can't have to be a perfect. You just need to be patient and ambitious. And lastly, if you wanted to be a chemist, make sure you know how to wash glasswares. So my advices for the student is that you should be more mindful to the advices and learnings given by your mentors. Let us help ourselves to improve our knowledge. Depending to our mentors alone will not be advantageous in our future path. Be studious and don't memorize what is written in the books. Just master or focus on the basic principles, and you could give all the solutions to your problem. Also be prayerful because God could only save us from our failures and pain. Remember, you get what you deserve.
Good day again, Mom. My reflection about our interview with Mom Alquizar, a chemist supervisor, is that chemist is one of the most important and needed job in the future. Even though they have a risky and dangerous job, they contributed a lot in our society and our environment. They help us understand the world around us, and in other words, they use fundamental knowledge to create different solutions to any kind of problems day by day. Our interview with Mom Alquizar motivated and inspires me that there's no perfect work, but all you have to do is to love and enjoy your work so you will be able to face difficulties in your life. Our interview taught me also that it's not easy to catch goals, but to be tough in any kinds of situation will help you become a successful person whatever career you choose in your life. Thank you.
Good day, ma'am. This is Ophelia Oteo giving reflection to the conducted interview. Yes, I am very surprised with our interviewee. Her hands-on job being a chemist or doing the chemical analysis leaves me in awe. I am very inspired to her personality, being a dedicated employee and having a heart that is full of faith leaves a mark in me. What I've learned most interestingly is that of chemists are like real scientists, and we must do what we love, or in other words, our profession must in line with what we love to do.
Good day, everyone. I am Elena El Sarino, and my reflection is I have a lot of anything that I've learned from them, especially the risky of her job as a chemist and the interesting and challenging of her job during the laboratory experiment. And I inspired the way she talked and her motivation as a chemist. Also, I inspired her job and position to the company. The most interesting thing that I learned from them is the provision salary. We know that the chemist is not an easy task, so that the government or the any private sector can pay them the biggest salary and hazard pay because of the risky job that we know that someday the effect of her experiment as a chemist is in her body condition. Thank you and God bless.
Jane ma'am, I am Aisa Makarambang and this is my reflection about the person you interview. As a chemist, your work is not a joke. They perform by process, they conduct research, they were hardworking, they experiment various chemical reaction and solve problems. I was inspired by her because she said, take failure as a challenge. Our failure motivates us on how to be successful, and it is our greatest inspiration. Failure was like a puzzle. You have to find the missing piece to make it complete. I learned that using high technology equipment and having training throughout the country can help produce a high quality product. And I also learned that we have to be more mindful in the advices of our mentors, help ourselves to improve our knowledge, and we have to put God first in our everyday life. Thank you, Mom, for this great opportunity. We have gained more learnings.
Good day, ma'am. I am Laline D. Demerin, and I would like to share first this thought that it's never yet too late to pursue our dreams if we allow God to be working and leading the way. It was indeed surprising that the person we interviewed as being a chemist at Dole Philippines had been through difficult and risky situations and challenges and have done numerous and dangerous experiments and analysis. Yet, she finds it and able to make it enjoyable and interesting field. So inspiring to know, as she said, and accentuate the word success failure. It is whenever they made an experiment, fails at first, but ends successful. Same with us as a student and a dreamer, to being always motivated, to consider it as an everyday learning process. Moreover, she said, and I consider it the most interesting, is to be more prayerful and entrust everything to God because God knows what you truly deserve. Thank you and God bless.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. My name is JT Agabe, SOA 3A. My reflections about the person that we interview, she is working at Dole Philippines located at Pulumulok, South Cotabato, and she is a chemist professional. I inspired about she was explain the work of one chemist because chemistry is a big part of our everyday life and can easily observe these branches of science in different spheres of human life, such as in the food we eat, in the air we breathe, and the various cleansing agents we use, so much so that even human emotions are sometimes a result of chemical reactions with our body. The most interesting part that I learned from the video is she encouraged us as a student to accept all the failure that we encounter, but the best way that we are going to do is pray always to Almighty God that He give us the right way or right decisions that we follow. That's all. Thank you.
A pleasant day to you, ma'am. I am Mayan Pumikpik, and this is my reflection about the interview that we have conducted. To begin with, I am really amazed of how successful our interviewee is, and I have so much respect for her because I am fully aware that being a chemist supervisor of Dole Philippines Laboratory is a very challenging job. But still, she is doing her best in conducting analysis and experiments to develop new products that are beneficial for both the company and the people. Yes, I am really inspired by Ma'am Alquizar because I wanted to become someone like her who has a positive personality and great dedication and love for her job. Also, her valuable advices and tips inspired me to give my best in everything that I do. Finally, I learned from her that STEM-related careers such as being a chemist are good paying jobs and highly needed in our continuously developing world. I learned further that if I wanted to succeed in my chosen career, I must value the advices and teachings imparted by my mentors. I must take failures as challenges, and most importantly, I should always entrust everything to our Almighty God. In conclusion, we wanted to extend our deepest gratitude to Ma'am Charmidane Armada Alquizar because even with her hectic schedule, which is the reason why she cannot meet us personally for the interview, she has indeed allotted so much effort and time to record all the answers to the interview questions. With this, ma'am, we are truly honored and thankful for the opportunity. Lastly, we wanted to leave a quote by Katherine Johnson that speaks to what we learn from this activity. Like what you do, and then you will do your best. Thank you very much.